My name's Kate Carney and I'm the director of YouinMind. Let me tell you a story. When on the 2nd of August 2016 I found myself sat in my local Nisa crying, clutching a bunch of bananas with a good friend of mine, I knew that something had to change. My friend walked into the shop and she was in floods of tears, and I looked out the window and saw in her car her 13-year-old daughter, excuse me, her 13-year-old daughter who was also crying. Gemma, her name, my friend, I said, "What's going on? What's wrong?" And she fell to the floor. We were trapped between a large bunch of bananas and a cash point. And I said, "Talk to me about what's happening." And she'd just left the GP. It was 4:30 on a Tuesday. And I said, "Okay, why did you go to the GP?" "Because Ellie's being bullied at school and Ellie's self-harming. She's been slitting her wrists for the past few weeks and I've just found out." Now, little did Gemma know that for the previous 8 months of 2016, I'd spent various projects working in partnership with CCGs and local authorities around mental health, with GPs, with CAMs, with kids, with adults, with parents, with carers, with schools and communities, to understand what the issues are in mental health at the moment and what the role of technology has to play in that. She said to me, "We've got a referral into something called CAMS. I don't know what that is, but it's going to be in about 9 weeks, and apparently that'll fix it." Now, 9 weeks' time, a referral into CAMS. This isn't new news to anybody, and that felt like a lifetime for Gemma. But Gemma asked me the critical question, what do I do now? What do I do in the next 9 weeks? So I left Gemma, I gave her a hug and a kiss, sent her a text message, and told her a little bit about what I'm out to achieve. Because at this point, I left the bananas in Nisa and I went home and I got a bit angry. Because the researcher in me had been looking for different groups of people to go and talk to about their mental health concerns and experiences and what needs to change in the system. And I was surprised that I couldn't find that. I couldn't find that one list of different types of community groups, of therapy, of art clubs. So when I mixed that researcher experience with my own experience of sat crying with Gemma and Nisa, I thought, I'm going to do something about it. So it was that day that YouinMind was born. Now, I'm a mum of 2 little girls. I don't have any experience in mental health and I'm not a clinician. But I am absolutely committed and passionate about making mental health services easy to find. So we spent, and when I say we, I mean me and my husband and anybody who works with their other half, you can imagine the challenges this brought to us. We set about building a platform, a website, a database, a service, and positioning it to the CCGs in Cheshire. And in the May of last year, we were commissioned to map mental health services across 2 parts of Cheshire, put them onto our platform and promote that service across local communities. And then I'm really pleased to say in December of last year, we were asked to expand that to include West Cheshire CCG and Eastern Cheshire. And then it's in January when I met these lovely people and I heard about the great work of the PTC, and we all virtually high-fived and said, well, isn't this handy? Because our mission now is to understand all the different types of mental health support that are available, both online and local groups that you can turn up to. So we have a website, it's YouinMind.org, and you can now go there, you can enter your postcode, and you can search by condition to find local community groups, art studios, photography clubs, gardening groups. There's a wide range of things. And it's quite dense, our data, for certain parts of Cheshire, because that's where we've started. But now our mission is to expand across the rest of Cheshire. So if you do know of services, myself, my colleague Andrew is in the room somewhere there, he was away, Andrew. We are on our lookout, working in partnership with the local offer and in partnership with the CCG and local authority, to put all of these resources and all of this useful information into one place. Because when I think about Gemma and Ellie, and that 9-week wait, and I know now there are organisations she can take Ellie to that may have prevented Ellie needing to go into CAMS. may have even prevented her needing to go to the GP because the community can support her. So that's what we're out to do. And I'm proud to say we're starting in Cheshire. 2 little girls, that's where we live. My auntie is schizophrenic. She's in the secondary care system and has been for a long time. I am passionate about making this work for the communities in this area.